Welcome to the Sales Influence Podcast, where we talk about finding the why in how people buy. I'm your host, Victor Antonio. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for lending me your ears. Today, I want to talk about something that is called the dilution effect and how it can impact how you sell. More importantly, or more pointedly, it can impact how you dilute your value. Let me take a step back. So, University of Chicago, professor of behavioral science, a gentleman by the name of Christopher C., did an interesting experiment. And let me walk through the experiment first, and then let me set it up so you can see how it'll impact your selling ability and how you position value. So, in the first experiment, they asked students to kind of rate how much they would pay for a 24-piece dinnerware set. There were 8 dinner plates, 8 soup and salad bowls, and then 8 dessert plates. Let me say that again. 8 dinner plates, 8 soup salad bowls, and then 8 dessert plates. A 24-piece set. And they asked the folks, how much would you pay for that? Let me ask you, how much would you pay? It's an expensive 24-piece dinnerware set. How much would you pay? Hold that number in your brain. Now, second phase of the experiment. Same thing, another set, but this time it's 40 pieces, not 24, 40 pieces with a twist. You get the 8 dinner plates, as before. You get the 8 soup and salad bowls, as before. And you get the 8 dessert plates, same as before. On top of that, you get 6 cups. And then you get 2, which are also broken. So that's another 8, right? You get basically 1 saucer, but then 7 are broken. How much would you pay? It's 40 pieces. Let me say it again. You got 8 dinner plates, 8 soup and salad bowls, 8 dessert plates. But on top of that, the box, let's kind of imagine a box, comes also with 6 cups, and then you got 2 additional cups that are broken. You got 1 saucer, but then you got 7 saucers that are broken, and it's a total 40-piece set. How much would you pay? All right, now that you have those numbers in your mind, here's what Christopher C. found. He said, when initially the 24-piece dinnerware was offered, the 8 dinner plates, soup and salad bowls, 8 dessert plates, on average, people would pay, and they have this in pounds, 390 pounds. 390 pounds. Now, when they now did the 40-piece plate, now remember, it's twice as big, but it has some broken items. You still get the basic 8 dinner plates, soup, salad bowls, 8 dessert plates, but you also get 6 cups, which are not broken, but 2 are broken. You get 1 saucer that's not broken, but 7 are broken. The majority of people, when they kind of asked, what would you pay, they came up with an average of $192 versus the $390 for the 24-piece. Now, here's what's interesting. You were willing to pay $390 for a 24-piece set. Now, you still get the same 24-piece set with the 40-piece set, but you got some broken items in there. And what Christopher C. figured out is that by having these broken items in there, these extra items that are broken, that have no value, it devalued the actual product itself, which is why it was almost half the price. So this is called the dilution effect, or the dilution of value effect. Because when you add something to something else, in other words, you have a certain product and you add other things that have no value, it actually dilutes the value. A good way of thinking of this is like, let's think in terms of numbers. If I gave you 3 boxes, each worth $10, right? 3 boxes, each worth $10. If you add them up, that's $30. If I divide by 3, the average would be 10. Now, what if I gave you 4 boxes, but only 1 box was worth $10, another box was worth $2, the next one was 3, the next one was 1. And if you add the total value of those boxes, you come up with 16. But if you take 16 and you divide it by 4, the average is 4 versus 10. The more you add features, in this case, of things that don't add value, the more you dilute the value of the main product. Said another way, let's put it in the context of selling. Let's say you're selling a main box. Just call it box A. Box A is the value, the big value, what the customer wants. Now, you then start talking about all these other things you can add to the box. You can add small box B, small circle C, triangle D, right? Whatever it may be. And every time you add something that really isn't of value to the customer or perceived to be of value to the customer begins to discount the main product. Now, this is important because in selling, we do this a lot. We're selling our product or service. And in order to create more value, we think it's valuable to start talking about other things that also come with the main product. You start talking about other features or plugins, like things you can bolt on. And you think you're adding value to the product when you may in fact be devaluing your product. So keep this in mind. Sometimes when the customer wants to look at a specific product, 24-piece dinner set, focus on selling them that first. Close on that before you begin to add other small add-ons. By adding the smaller add-ons that maybe the customer doesn't perceive as valuable will actually devalue your big product. So next time you present, focus in on the main product, close that before you bring anything else up. And that is it for the Sales Influence Podcast. Leave me some feedback on iTunes, Stitcher, YouTube, LinkedIn, wherever you find me. We're also available on Pandora and Spotify. Love to get your feedback and see if this has actually happened to you. Would love to hear what you have to say. On that note, also, I want to remind you, if you haven't checked out, I'm super excited about the new courses we put in the Sales Velocity Academy. If you haven't checked it out, why haven't you? Go to salesvelocityacademy.com. Again, that's salesvelocityacademy.com. Check out the courses we have in there to make you that much better at selling. And on that note, this is Victor Antonio, always reminding you, selling ain't hard when you know how. Take care. Hi, I'm Victor Antonio. I'm an author, sales trainer, and keynote speaker. I'm often asked, what makes a great speaker? Is it someone who delivers real content that the audience can use? Is it someone who engages the audience so they're part of the learning experience? Or is it someone who can motivate an audience to push them beyond their comfort zone and discover new abilities? The answer is yes. But the most important thing to remember is that I'm not there to look good. I'm there to make my client look good. Simply put, it's never about me, and it's always about them.